Aloha. Is this good? Too loud? Too whatever? No. The reason I'm starting before Rita is because, do you guys want to know the secret? Okay. Because it takes us sometimes a little time to settle in, Rita left for a moment. I said, well, I might as well get everybody. And today, of all days, you all went like this. So Rita will be opening up this service today. But thank you for keeping me on my toes.
Hello, everyone. Aloha. Aloha. I don't know what happened before I got here, but I don't care. That was past. I'm here now. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, where life expresses itself in all forms. Babies crying, beautiful cries of love, and that beautiful energy of the child, and the energy of the child in each and one of us, expressing in our own unique way. So welcome, and before we start the actual service celebration, we are going to invite up Michelle LeMay, who is going to do our announcements. Yay!
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Feels like I've been away forever. I have a few things I'm going to share with you. The holiday season, we definitely have some things to celebrate here at the center. Tomorrow night is going to be the first of those, and that's going to be Christmas caroling around the Kaua'i area. And so that's always a lot of fun. It's an annual thing that the Reverends do, and we do meet at the Reverend's house. So you absolutely have to sign up to find out where they live. So if you are interested in Christmas caroling, tomorrow night it starts at 6. You will find a sign-up sheet on the table that we consider our information table. So there's a sign-up sheet there, and by signing up, that's how you'll find out where to meet everyone. Otherwise, you'll just be wandering around Kaua'i looking for a group of people singing, so which might be fun too. I don't know, maybe. And also at that information table, there's a few other items I wanted to point out that are new. One is that we have our creative team that has been meeting and getting together, and Jan Hovey has been really a point person to help get this going. But we have sheets that talk about and show who the heads are for all the different teams. And we have Roseanne, if you don't mind standing. Roseanne is our volunteer coordinator. So yay, yes. And the reason why we're pointing this out is because it takes a village to create this village and to keep us growing and really bringing our gifts out to the community. So if you find that you are wanting to share your gifts and you have something in particular or a particular area that suits you or really draws you, then please, you can either see Roseanne or the person that's the head of that particular team. So I won't go through all of them, but please take a few moments to look at it. And then if you are interested in becoming a member, we also have member forms over on the table. And what that means is just really making a commitment to your spiritual growth and your spiritual community and wanting to make CSL Kauai your home. And there's no membership dues or nothing like that. It's just more of a making it an official commitment. So I am the membership chair, so if you have any questions about that, please let me know. I can help you with that. And then we also have the forms, and then we always acknowledge and welcome everybody as we move through the year. In the new year, we have lots of great things coming up too, so you'll want to be a part of. We also have a really great bookstore, which this time of year is really great to give gifts. And we have a brand new book that's there called The Go-Giver. If you haven't heard or seen of this book, it's actually a fantastic book. It's a parable that's all about the idea of shifting your mindset from being a go-getter to being a go-giver. And when we're a giver, that's when we receive. So it's a really fantastic book. We only have a few copies, but we definitely want to get that. But we also have local authors that are represented in the store, a lot of Science of Mind authors, and of course Ernest Holmes. So there's been a lot of people wanting to know a little bit more about the philosophy and wanting to delve deeper than what we do here on Sunday. So do yourself and give yourself a gift for the holidays and get a book or for someone that you love that way. What's that? Oh, they are on sale. What is it? 20% all Ernest Holmes or all books. Okay, so it's 20%. Thank you. Reverend Diane is the head of the bookstore, so thank you for that. So 20% off your gifts for you or your loved ones. And then coming up on Wednesday, we have Anna Myers. I know that she's in the audience this morning too. If you could stand up so people can see you. She does a spiritual living circle this Wednesday up in Princeville. So if you are interested in doing that, you can come and check her out.
Next Wednesday, I believe. Yes? 28th.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Next Wednesday. Yep, so that was me thinking that the end of the year is right there.
No blame here, no blame.
So, in two Wednesdays. And then our Christmas Eve service is going to be something very special, and it's going to be very different than what we're going to do on Christmas. Since Christmas falls on Sunday, we will still have our regular service. But Christmas Eve, starting at 6, we are going to clear the space, and we have a huge labyrinth that we're going to be setting up. And then we're going to have all these lights and luminarias. So it's going to be a very meditative, very beautiful way to celebrate the season and celebrate spirit here at CSL. So that's going to be 6 o'clock Christmas Eve, which is Saturday evening. So please join us for that. And then coming in the next couple months, but we're starting to promote it, we have another round of flying solo, which for those of you who have been around know that that's something that has really been life-changing and pretty amazing. So lots and lots of good things coming up, and I think I covered everything on that.
I want to say one thing before you go into your next, which I know. I failed to not introduce, they're coming back after having been here for whole year, I think, with us, right? They welcome back Jeremy and Amy Brown to do our music today. Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Then I'm going to take my announcement hat off and put on my meditation hat for all of us to just relax and take a few moments to go within as we have our time of inner contemplation. I have a seed thought that I found in regards to gifts in the season. You can take this in with you if you'd like as you take a few breaths, centering yourself. Enjoy life. It's a gift. Unwrap it with gratitude and love. Enjoy life. It's a gift. Unwrap it with gratitude and love. Enjoy life. It's a gift. Unwrap it with gratitude and love. As we know that right here and right now, God is all there is, through everything, everywhere, all the time. God either is or it isn't, and I know that it is. And I recognize that I am one with this source, and that each and every one of us here and outside of here are all the perfect expression of this divine, knowing that each and every one of us have our gifts that we are remembering and revealing. Our gifts are already in us for us to share and give and reveal. And I know that we come together in this service today to express our love and our gratitude and any other emotion that we need to during this holiday season, knowing that service unfolds totally perfectly with the message, the music, the feelings, the connections that come from our hearts and our souls, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly in divine order in the exact time that it is needing to. And with a heart full of gratitude, I release my word into the law that only says yes, as together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Michelle. That was amazing. Beautiful. All right, so it's time to light our peace candle like we do every Sunday. We just remind ourselves that no matter what's happening on the outside, that peace begins within our very own hearts and flows out from there. As we join together to sing Karen Drucker's beautiful song, I Send My Love. Please join me. The words are in your program. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me. Beautiful, everyone.
Woo.
Yay.
There's
Thank
like
you.
holiday energy in the room today. Welcome, everyone. Those that just came in, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, where we practice the science of mind and spirit, which is really a synthesis of all the great philosophies in the world brought into one thing that we can use, which is love, which is who we are. And when we're living from that place, we don't need anything else but that to live our lives from that place and create the lives that we choose to create. And whatever we do from then on is our choice, because we're people of choice, spontaneity, and decision making in every moment to follow and do the things that are best for us. And that's what we basically empower people to do here. And Patrick likes to call this the filling up station. What is it?
Spiritual gas station. Fill
Where
her up. We're full service, baby. We're full service.
Where we can get more in touch with ourselves and be stronger from that place.
I think that might be our mantra here on the island. Full service. We don't get that much anymore. But one thing I do want to say is that you look absolutely beautiful today.
So
I'm just
nice.
going to
Thank
throw
you.
that out there.
Thank
And
you.
there are so many beautiful, beautiful youth here today. We have Itakai over there. And can we just see the lovely little outfit that this little bound... Hello! Someday we'll tell her this happened to her.
Someday she'll
Say,
be
"Do you
dancing with the
remember
Joffrey Ballet.
Indeed. So, and the room is filled in there with some wonderful, and we have our other wonderful youth that I won't point out because you know how that goes. So, but I do want to ask you, who is here for the very first time today? Just raise your hand. Has everybody been here before? What? Oh, that's right. So, and right over here, and those two wonderful youth over there. So, what do we know about them? What do we know about them? That what? You are magnificent. Yes, you are. And then there's also some people that need to be acknowledged too, that they sneak in every Sunday and watch what we do. They do. They're called what? There are people on the mainland watching right now. Let's turn around to them.
In their beds in Kauai.
You are magnificent. And we're just going to let them know that it works two ways. We now have a camera that works back at you. So we have us kidding. But we know that everyone's like, ah. So what we know about you is that you are magnificent. Shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. Now look to the left, to the right, behind you, wherever you want to look, and let them all know that they're magnificent. I know.
All right.
All righty. Is everybody getting all that warm feeling of magnificence today? That's great.
Yeah. Looking good, Nolan.
All righty. So I think we should get this party started like we already
Okay,
have.
so we have an opening song that's
It's
comes
been a
from
while,
way
but
back
we
when.
love it. We love
We
it.
chose it because we love it so much.
So let's get up and let's let some winds blow here today, shall we?
Luis on the drums.
Living together as one under the golden sun. Living together as one under the golden sun. Lo makali
now. Oh my God, I love this song. Yes, and I say thank you for this song. It's so beautiful, and it just goes right through us to that place of love, and lets that place of love out into this service, into this world. I'm so grateful for this day we have together, for this time that we're spending together, knowing as we lift our consciousness, we lift the consciousness of this planet. So blow Makani, definitely blow Makani, and cleanse my soul of anything but love right here and right now. And let's let it out, everyone. And so it is.
Away, away, so much love in the world. Away, away, so much love in the world. We're living together as one, under the golden sun. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Blow my honey, cleanse my soul. Blow my honey, cleanse my soul. Blow my honey, cleanse my
Woo! Cleanse. Yes.
Great. Thank you, Jeremy, Amy, and Luis. Thank you.
Back in the house. Back in the house.
All right, everyone. Take a deep breath. Center. I know. You don't have to. You don't want to, but you do have to be quiet. Okay. Because I am inviting a special person up here to share with us, as she has every week, a different culture, a different philosophy, something that's happening during the world at this time that is something we might want to hear about. So we're celebrating all the different cultures, as we do in philosophy. We celebrate all walks of life that represent love. So I'm inviting up the being of love, Diane Decker, to tell us about what she has to tell us about today.
Good morning, Kaua'i. You're beautiful today. Wow, we are beautiful today. This week I want to share with you a little bit about winter solstice. The word solstice means sun stands still. And we know that as we've been moving through the last 6 months of increasing darkness, there is a magical moment when the sun stands still, and then the wheel of the year turns and light increases again. Rather than the linear calendar that we use today that starts on January 1st, the ancients saw life, experienced life circularly. They pictured it as season after season, constantly changing, but always part of that one unifying thing called life. They could count on it. They knew that winter at the top of the year was followed by spring, was followed by summer, was followed by fall, was followed by winter. They could count on the sun doing what the sun does. As we move through the calendar, though, sometimes we want to avoid winter. Some of you are here for that very reason. And in Hawaii, sometimes it is hard to tell that things have changed. And we just keep going and going and going and going and going. And the world asks us to be very busy this time of year. But traditionally, our ancestors turned within at this time of year. They honored the increasing darkness and turned within to the nurturing power of presence within them, to find out what was being born within them, to determine what was new that wanted to come forth within them. And they used this time of increasing darkness to do that, Transformation happens at solstice. The sun stands still for just a second. And at 12:44 a.m. on Wednesday, the sun will stand still and begin its turning to a time of more light, a time of germination, a time of gestation. And over the next 6 weeks, I invite you to turn within and honor what is growing within you, to look for what is wanting to be born within you. There is creativity here. There is love here. There is rebirth here. And it happens within each one of us. And so honor this time of darkness. Don't run from the winter. Honor the time of darkness and allow it to do its transforming work within you, within each soul, within each person, and within our world. There's a new time coming. There's a light coming. There's a light being born. And each one of us gets to do that in our own lives, in our own worlds, in our own way. As this first slow turn of the wheel of the year makes its way in our own hearts and our own minds and our own bodies, allow that to be a place of peace and love and creativity and wonderment. Mahalo.
I just staring at you, just because it is so good to see you again. It's always nice when the family comes home for the holiday, right? Yeah, right? It's also me giving you some time to just get yourself all together over there, Jeremy.
Feels really good. Feels good to be here.
Yeah.
Feels real comfortable and love to see everyone.
So let's give it up for our family. Let's come home for the holiday.
Peace, peace, peace on earth and good will to all. Now is the time for love. Now is the time for peace. So let us all sing together in peace, peace, peace on earth. Polai'e, pokamahao, maruia, malamalama, kamapuahine aloha e, mekekeki he molele, moe me kamaluhialani, moe me kamaluhialani. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy and so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace on earth.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So here we are. Our topic today is unwrapping the gifts of Spirit. God, there's so many gifts. I practiced this week by just kind of meditating on a different gift, and there were so many more than I could even meditate on that are gifts of Spirit that, I don't know, if we exchange Christmas presents or if we get Christmas presents or any of that, it's wonderful. But there's a gift within each of us, gifts, so many gifts within each of us that we can unwrap that aren't relegated by anything on the outside, that are just within us, that are so special and so life-enforcing, one of them being the gift of life. I passed, which is the major one, right? The gift of life, Spirit is life. I passed a poster that said, was life created? And I went, life could never be created because who would have created life? So it doesn't make any sense, right? So life is, and form is created, and we get to choose every day what that form takes. And that's our gift too, because that's the gift of spontaneity that we have, the gift of choice, because we can't be automatic. We can only be a choice. We are just beings of choice. Every day we can make a choice, and we live that choice, because as we make the choice, it moves into our life and is brought back to us, just like we say in the song by Karen Drucker. I send it out, I get it back. I send it out, I get it back. So I also was working with the idea of faith, the gift of faith this week. Well, all the time, but it happened to be the topic in our practitioner classes was faith. And we had to actually do a little quiz on how much faith we had, and we were like surprised at the results. But faith, like in the Bible, it says it's the evidence of things not seen. And I'm like, okay, it's the evidence of things not seen. Where else could that evidence be but in our own minds? So no matter, we can't expect to see it out here if we don't see it first in our own minds, if we can't visualize it, if we can't feel the substance, because substance is always moving into form. And there you go, there's faith. Intuition was another one that came to me. We have intuition. And now I'm not talking about psychic ability here. Psychic ability, we all have that too, which gives those little hunches of something's gonna happen. But intuition is like spirit in ourselves knowing itself. And sometimes, like when things, Diane was talking about the darkness, Reverend Diane, sometimes in our most darkest times, that's when it's there, where we can really get to know it. If we'll turn within, like she was just saying, if we'll turn within, the intuition, the God knowing itself, spirit knowing itself within ourselves is there. It's right there. We don't have to be afraid. We can have the faith because it's right there where we are. And the one I really want to focus on today is harmony. Harmony is interesting. Harmony, this is a harmonious universe. Sometimes it doesn't seem that way, like right? It seems like everything's out of whack, but in reality, it is never out of whack. It's always bringing itself back to wholeness. I read this thing about the ocean was polluted over here, and the ocean over here started creating more of what was good that it needed to replenish the ocean over here, and then I thought, I brought that back to myself. If the world is out of harmony, or I think that it is, the only place I can start is in my own harmonious self. And I watched this show, it's called Madam Secretary. Is anybody familiar with it? It's the greatest show. If you haven't seen it, it's a great show because it's educational, inspirational, it's smart, and it's warm and heartwarming. And it's about this woman who's the Secretary of State, and she has to make all these decisions all day long, like people that are politicians do. And sometimes they're not in harmony with what she necessarily believes, but she has to make them anyway, and it puts her into a whole bunch of turmoil. And then at the end of it, like last night, she said, I want my epitaph to read that I did the best that I could, and yet people still got hurt. I did the best that I could, and yet people still got hurt. And what I find sometimes as a practitioner when people come to me, one of the things the biggest thing that preys on their mind is mistakes they made in the past. And they carry those mistakes into the present, and it creates disharmony in their life because their beliefs and their desires and everything is like all mixed up, and they're just still back here feeling bad about what they did over here, and they're taking that into the present and they're recreating it again. But what if we knew that we did the best that we could at that time? We did the best that we could with the information that we had at the time. Whatever it was, whether it was the amount of faith we had, the amount of intuition we felt we had, whatever it was at the time that we had, we were doing the best we could. And maybe people did get hurt, but maybe if the universe is harmonious and we really believe that, it's all part. Does that excuse us from wrongdoing or whatever you want to call it? No, it doesn't excuse us from it, but if we could just know that we did the best that we could, and that everything really is working itself out, just like the ocean is sending more beautiful, amazing energy to the part of the ocean that needs to be healed, we can do the same thing. So I'm bringing this now to current situation in Aleppo that Patrick and I sat and cried about one night and felt so deeply helpless, like what could we do? I mean, yeah, we could send money and all that, but what could we really do? Well, what we could really do is be that part of the ocean that gets our own selves in harmony. And that is felt. That is felt no matter where, because we live in one mind, one universe, one thing that we're all moving and breathing in. And if we can get that our lives in harmony, if we can get our lives at a place of peace like we sing about every Sunday, then it has to be felt. And it is. That's the best gift we can give the world, is our own harmonious being. So I think it's Abraham that says, if your beliefs and your desires have to be in the same vibration, thank you, Maureen, for giving me that CD. Your beliefs and your desires have to be in the same vibration in order for you to manifest things in your life. They have to, you can't be desiring something, but your belief system's telling you something else, and therefore it just turns into like mixed messages and nothing happens. So this all comes back to harmony. We have to get our minds in harmony. And we can't do that by carrying the past with us. We can't do that by living grudges, living whatever it is that we're living. But by forgiveness, by letting go of the past, making amends if we need to, if that's important to us. But you know what? Maybe that person's never going to forgive us. It's possible, but the person that needs to be forgiven is us. We need to forgive ourselves, and whether they forgive us or not is another story. That's their story. If that makes sense, it makes sense to me. I mean, I have these things going on in my life too, or I wouldn't be talking about them. So I guess my message today is about harmony and a gift, because the universe is in harmony at all times, and it brings harmony through us at all times. Even when we feel disharmonious, it's still in harmony, bringing us back to ourselves. So meditate on that this week, and maybe areas of your life that you want more harmony in, and just know it's already there. It's already there. And if you have a belief that you need to let go of, you are the one in charge. You're the spontaneous being. You're the being that can say, I let go of that now. I know I did the best that I could. I did the best that I could at the time. And now I'm going to do better, because now I know more. And now I'm more enlightened, and I'm using my intuition more, and I'm that. But then I was using what I had. So thank you for letting me just be up here and do this today. I feel better just having done it. You know, last week my cold went away the next day because I talked about it. So, so it's all about us. It's always all about us. So anyway, thank you. Aloha. I love you, and happy holidays. And we're going to be here all week. So if you need us, we're here. All right. Aloha. Aloha. I would like to turn the time over to the wonderful Patrick FEren.
Good
My
intro.
amazing husband.
So first of all, I just want to say once again how beautiful that was, that song. It's just still lingering with me, and it's just beautiful, and I remember it from before. And even though this has nothing to do with what my message for today is, I do want to just piggyback on what Rita was saying about that night that we were crying. Thank you for sharing with the everyone that I was crying. And but what I wanted to tell you about that was, That's what I said. But I thought that night, the thing that kept saying, what can we do, what can we do? And I really want to reinforce this, because sometimes when things happen to us and we're in the story of it, we forget the most important thing, and that is to pray. What a concept. Well, all of a sudden I said, what can we do? And I thought, we can pray. Because this is where I'm at in the world of God, just so you'll know, because I'm always going to let you know. This is what I feel about this. The reason I pray from God, I pray from God, because it's a close connection, first of all. But second of all, I would never pray to a God that would stand outside and wait for me to pray before they would do something. I want you to hear that, because that was a real revelation for me and where I am in spirit. I could never pray to something, a being of any kind, that was waiting for me to pray in order to do something. So what I realize from that is that God that is coming from me, that's what the kind of good we can do. Because when I'm feeling sorry and pity for anyone else, I cannot rise above it. So when my prayers came, I was with every child, whether that child is here or gone. Because in life, they're never gone. So this was not a part of what I really wanted, but it's very, very important to me to realize, and that was a revelation for me, because I realized finally my relationship with God. I've been talking about it, I've been saying it, and I believe it, but I really got into it. I finally married my God that night, to know that I am never praying to anything outside of myself that would ever allow anything that has gone on, the atrocities, because it doesn't work that way. It's worked from love. There's only one power, and it's being used. To ignite, I just read Mother Teresa in Calcutta, or the power that did the atrocities with Hitler. It's the same power, and it's how we use it. That's how important we are. Now, that being said, with all that serious look on our faces, let's talk about presents. So, what did you guys get me? Just curious. We're talking about unwrapping the gift. When I was little, I loved buying gifts, and I was telling Rita that I had this savings account with Bank of America, and every week I'd put in a certain amount, and then they'd send me a check around Christmas time. And I was like, Mr. Give It All, man. I never had to worry about buying presents because I had saved all year for it. That changed as I got older, just to let you know, that kind of savings. I looked at Rita, I said to Rita in the car today, why don't we do that so that when it arrives, it's not such a shock? Because we know December's coming, and there are things that are going to have to happen, but we're like, oh, how did December come? That's if you're worried about all those gifts. When I was very little, I wanted to share a Christmas story with you. My mom, who went through the Depression, she woke up one Christmas morning to find during that Depression that there was no gifts that day. Santa was still coming, but Santa still had a lot to do. Lots to do. But they snuck down a little earlier, and there was nothing there. And I remember my mom telling me that. It was so lovely at age 10, so I could cry my heart out. I felt so bad, and I said, I'm going to be Santa. So guess what I did? She was 45, I believe, at the time, or whatever age she was. So I went out and I bought like 45 gifts. I did. I think I was about 12. And when she woke up on Christmas morning, there was presents all around the tree, and it said, this was for your missed Christmas. Love, Santa. And I thought to myself, aren't I wonderful? Oh my God, I just was telling the story and I thought, I want to know him. Oh, that would be me. And I tell that because there is something about giving that is so spectacular. And I remember all the years after that. I didn't have to do that, but I so much wanted to make up for a Christmas, because all of our Christmases are different. We have memories of them. Some of them are greater than the other. But what I know and I believe and I'm positive, Santa always comes. Santa Spirit, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. So I have a quote today from the book that we're promoting today, Go Giver, and it says, as long as you're trying to be someone else or putting on some act or behavior someone else taught you, you have no possibility of truly reaching people. The most valuable thing you have to give is yourself. No matter what you think you're selling, what you're really offering is you. That's the gift that I'm unwrapping. Not just because a little boy bought his mommy a bunch of presents to make up for that. I'm unwrapping me because when they say, who do you think you are, God's gift? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. All those years of guilt I had, I go, who do you think you are, God's gift? And I was thinking, oh, there must be something bad about it. Then who would have known that all these years later, I'd find out exactly who I am and who each and every one of you are. And the only reason that I bring up the wrapping paper, I always think to myself, sometimes we wrap ourselves in a lot of masks and a lot of different kinds of paper. Sometimes it's glittery, Deborah. And sometimes it's just didn't have enough, so you just wrap it in a little paper bag or something. It really doesn't matter, but there's a part of us that is sometimes afraid to unwrap. And I'll tell you why. Because what if you don't like my gift? What if you don't love me? What if you don't like me? What if you don't like this gift? What if you re-gift me? Oh my God! There would be nothing, but I have been regifted in my life. Have you not? All those girls in high school that said, I really like you, but I like the bad boy over there. And they regifted me. But they told me all about their boyfriends, and that was really nice. Nothing better than being a friend. But anyway, I'm sorry, that was a flashback many, many years ago. What are we afraid of unwrapping? You guys are only laughing because you know it's true. If you're a woman, you did it to me. And if you're a man, you were either the bad boy or the friend. Oh, it's nice to open up your channel because it just comes out whether or not you want it to or not. I'm a gift. You're a gift. Wow, if we didn't do anything else this holiday season but unwrap the gift of who we truly are. And I understand it takes a risk. You're going to be vulnerable a little bit. Maybe your gift won't fit right with other gifts. But we are the gift of life. We're that special. I am God's gift to the world. And all I have to do is be daring enough to unwrap my gift and give it. And the beauty of giving for me is I'm not giving to get. I don't want to be a go-getter anymore. I want to be a go-giver. And just know that there's plenty. People say, I give, I give, I give. When do I receive? You did receive the moment you gave. Because I give from a place that I know that it never runs out. I know that this Patrick is evolving, and every year my paper will be unwrapped, and you're going to see a new gift unfolding every time. That's who I want to be. And I know who you are. And I invite us to do that. Can you say it with me? I am God's gift to the world. One more time. I am God's gift to the world. Now, here's the last thing. Your good news. The kids will love this too, if they were paying attention. And guess what? You don't have to wait till Christmas. Today, you get to unwrap your gift and give it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That was great. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thanks. Lots of good food for thought here at CSL Kauai. So This is our time of sacred giving. And we give from a place that says that, not to get back, but that says that I have enough to give. And when you have that consciousness, it can't help but coming back to you. So thank you for what you give today to CSL Kauai, what you choose to give. Yes, I'm trying to find the affirmation. Oh, there it is. All right, so why don't we read the affirmation together and really feel what it's saying. All right, today I meet my abundance. My abundance is forever expressing itself to me and through me. I can now see, hear, and feel it in and around me. It fills me with a great surge of life. I share my abundance today, knowing there is always more and more. I share it and it returns to me multiplied infinitely. All right.
Blessed am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. All this I am. All this I am.
So right here and right now, we are infinite. We are blessed. I know that about each and every one of us. I know that about this gift, all the gifts in this basket right here and right now that come from the heart and lives and consciousness of the people in this room and beyond, the people online. And I know it goes to good use, as it always does, and goes forth to multiply and bless lives and to bless the very lives in this room, and it comes back infinitely, just like we said. So I just let that be so, as I say. And so it is. All right, I guess the children are here. Here comes Janice with the kids. We're growing. It's wonderful.
And I already told Kiali if that was just a little bigger size, Reverend Patrick would be having that jacket.
So Janice,
Very
do you have
cool.
some to share with us today?
We had a lot of fun creating Christmas cards and doing art, and we have 2 techniques for relaxing the kids taught me today and want to teach you.
Sometimes if we need to calm ourselves down, we can use the body breath technique by Anna. And she wanted to demonstrate you how to do that technique. And the second technique is the Power to the Heart by Kaua'i, Anna, and Andrew. That's all we have to share today.
Can you stay up here while we do our blessing, right? Yeah, we just want to bless not just these children, thank you so much, and Janice, thank you, but all the children in the world, knowing right here and right now, wherever they are, that they are infused with love, peace, harmony, and support, and that our love goes out to them right here and right now. So, blessings, and so it is.
So it is.
It is. All right, thank you, Janice. Woo.
I just love that natural instinct.
That was
I have.
great. Thank you for all those techniques. I'm definitely going to use them. Thank you.
Kelly, it was good to see you behind the mic.
If you want to stay up here and sing with us, you can.
Oh, you want to stay and sing with us?
We're going to, nope, okay.
Alrighty.
All right. So I think we're ready for our closing song. If anything at all has come up for you during this service that you want spiritual mind treatment or prayer, as Patrick told you about before, praying for your truth, we are happy to do that for you. You just put whatever you want to experience in the box that's on the table out there, and we take it home and work on it for you. All right? So that's it. Yeah.
Everybody want to stand if you want?
We do the thank yous in the middle of our song. We forgot to tell you that, so just give us a nod.
All right.
Yeah.
Two. This bright light, this bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Open up my heart. Open up my heart. I'm gonna let it shine. Ooh, open up my heart. I'm gonna let it shine. Open up my heart. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I'm going to let some gratitude shine right here and right now to Michelle LeMay, who's doing something now, but we can always thank her for that wonderful meditation and the wonderful announcements that she so brilliantly does every week. And what I know is we had some greeters at the door. We had Harry, and I know Ron jumped in. I know there's a lot of people jumping in. Roseanne, who made those beautiful programs for us today, and so many other things. Thank you so much. Flowers are all around here because of Loya. They were here for all of our stuff. And we have Reverend Diane, who let us know about the shining the light on the solstice, coming from the darkness to the light. And so Ron Stover, who is every week giving us that hospitality and that wonderful bundt cake. That is what Ron Stover does. And Reverend Diane will be meeting you to get all of your gifts wrapped for the holiday in the bookstore. How do you like that?
20% off.
And so what I know is that I am so grateful for Jessica and these, Janice, and all these and Jessica too, whoever she is. And all I know is that I'm so grateful for you and these wonderful youth and children that came here today. And we cannot leave out our family who came home for the holidays, Jeremy and Amy and Luis on drums here. And we say, welcome home, welcome home. So what I know is that today is the day that we remember that we are that gift of God, and we unwrap it right here, right now, as together we say, and so it is.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This bright light of mine, this bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, 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 let it
shine. One more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
See you Friday.